Locked away and I'm just trying to turn a key. Posted in the hood like a motor where I be. Got some sweatpants on with the strap underneath. Clip long like a draft, all these shells in the street. It wasn't fucking with the on me, now I'm turning up the heat. And a nigga dropping pressure, smoking pressure out the cream. To my mommy, yeah, I'm sorry, but I got diamonds down fleet.
Okay, so if you guys would all rise and remove your caps for the playing of the national anthem. Okay, there we go. And with that, we are on to the main feature broadcast here of the SCRL Championship race at Kansas. JP, you got me?
Yep, I got you.
Okay, yeah, my stuff takes a little longer because I actually had the full video to play as well as the national anthem, so obviously your intro stuff's going to be plenty shorter than mine.
Okay.
So, are you ready for the race at Kansas here? I know this is usually one of your favorite tracks to go racing at.
Yeah, for both of us, it's our first time broadcasting this league, so hopefully we see a good one. You and I don't know much about these guys and how they race. We only know a couple of these guys. Lions, from what you gathered earlier today, it seems like he's one of the points leader right now and the favorite to win the title. So
yeah, essentially, as long as he finishes top 5 in all three of the championship races, it seems like he should be a shoe-in for the championship. Although I don't actually know the points format all that well. 116-point lead with tonight's regular points race, next week's double points race, and the week after that's triple point race to end the season. I'd say as long as he finishes solid in those, especially next week and the week after that, he should be all but a lock for the championship. Now that's kind of
Speedway,
unfortunate because that means that it's not going to be as exciting a finish to the season for us. But
No.
hey, he's earned it.
He's earned it before you and I showed up. I mean, make sure you catch us both back here in 2021, as we'll be doing a lot more of these for you guys, and hopefully have some pretty good racing then, right, Ryan?
I'm hoping so. I mean,
Well, what do you say? What do you say we get off to a good start tonight?
well, Kansas is a pretty good track for some pretty good racing, very regularly.
Yeah. So, hopefully, let me pull up, pull up something here. So.
Yeah, so they're just loading back into the lobby to see who got the fastest lap for qualifying. So we should have the pole sitter coming in for a interview here in not too long.
Okay. I knew about the post-race interview, but
if you listen to what they said earlier when we were getting in here, they mentioned that they would pull the person who had the fastest lap in qualifying in for a interview as well. Oh.
The guy that got poles coming over here soon.
Huh?
The guy that got poles coming over here, he wanted the interview.
I know, I was just explaining that to JP because JP didn't listen when they explained it to me.
Well, I just invited him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, I decided I looked like a wall.
Yeah.
But if I knew Lions wasn't here, I wouldn't have joined. Come on, Waffle, really?
What, did he not get the invite? Like, come on.
I'm spamming him.
Spam him harder!
There he is.
There we go.
Okay, I'm out.
Hello.
Ew.
So I'll let JP start then.
So, Waffle, how do you feel about your car tonight? As Ryan and I are new to the league, give us a quick rundown of how you think your season's gone overall.
Well, long and short of it, I haven't really raced too much this season. So I can't really comment too much. I've been pretty competitive. The ones I've actually been able to make, haven't really played much in the last months. Life kind of gets in the way. As far as tonight goes, Kansas is a pretty good track. I did one click looser for qualifying. We're going to take that off for an adjustment for the race. As the race goes on, obviously your tires wear down. Car gets a little squirrely going in the turn. Kansas, you want to run it against the wall best you can. So you want to keep that pedal as far down as you can without getting the ass sliding around on you and smacking the wall. The more you can do that, faster straightaway speed. Longer you can last out front on a race. Unfortunately, that wall will suck you in, so you gotta be careful with that.
All right.
Yeah, and that's one of those things that I actually quite like about Kansas is that there's like 4 or 5 lanes, and if you run like the 4th to 5th lane, you can find a pretty good sweet spot where you aren't necessarily hitting the wall, but you're very high up there, so you can keep the throttle down longer. And in some cases, depending on your run up, you can even go completely flat out through that corner, running very fast, and get a great run down the back straightaway.
You can. In turns 1 and 2, I like to run that 5th lane with that cushion against that wall as far up as I can. Turns 3 and 4, I tend to go anywhere from the 3rd to the 4th lane. As the run goes on, I might experiment a little bit higher. I stay away from the bottom, just for my preference, unless I'm trying to pull a slide job on somebody.
Yeah.
Dive bomb it in there as hard as you can and just hope she sticks. Maybe on the last lap we'll see a couple of those.
Oh, I'd be
Well-
surprised if we don't see one of those, especially on like a late race restart.
Yeah, or exactly.
Yeah.
That or the stage breaks.
Yep.
All right. Well, good luck in the race, and we'll let you go back in the other party and get focused for this thing.
Yeah, since you
And
guys should be
we
taking the
are-
green flag here in about 2 minutes, right?
Appreciate it, boys. Thank you very much for your time. If you wouldn't mind, shoot me back an invite to that main party when you get a chance.
Say we don't have an invite to the main party because we're both in here.
Oh, okay. I got you. Yeah, I'll get Dusty to shoot me one then.
Yeah, we're all in this party. We can't send invites
All right.
to a party that we're not part of.
All right. Thank you again, guys. Appreciate it.
Yep.
Yep.
So, yeah, it sounds like he knows this track pretty well, because from what he was talking about, it sounds like pretty standard lines here, but not
Yeah.
so standard that it's exactly what everybody would do at this track.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Because it's one thing to just say the same thing that everybody else says, but from what he said, it sounds, at least to me, like his own personal experience in running those multiple different lines.
And we hope that you ended up learning something from that interview.
Well, let's hope that the other drivers aren't listening, because they might have just learned how to beat Waffle House.
Yeah, Waffle House. Yeah. Let's hope that none of the other drivers are listening.
Although maybe for them, it might be better if they were listening.
Yeah, it might be. Who knows?
Well, obviously it's going to be better for the drivers if the for the drivers that do listen in to hear stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's a big downside for Waffle if they're listening, because obviously he loses out on some of that competitive edge from what he says.
Mm-hmm. So, hopefully...
Looks like we got someone wishing some good luck for Waffle. Bobby Bird in the chat.
And yours?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Bobby Bird and Hunter Smith kind of taking part in the chat.
Come on over and take a part in my cat.
Okay, they're saying 5 minutes to launch. Oh boy, if we're waiting for 5 minutes, we might run out of stuff to talk about, especially without really any experience here.
Yeah. So, let's see.
Okay, so this is the championship round, but not the final race. Okay, so I'll go update that in my title thing.
Yeah. Meanwhile, while he does that, so
There we
we
go.
are very,
And that's fixed, so...
we are very inexperienced with this league. They just asked both of us to come in here this week, so
So it's actually kind of interesting to see someone other than the guy who has a massive points lead actually on pole, which makes me think that that the points lead that he has is more from the fact that he's shown up to every race and has had success when he's shown up, which is how he's earned the playoff points that he has. Because Lions has like 160 playoff points.
yeah. And I know Lions is pretty good, so we'll just kind of wait and see what Waffle we talked to, and we also sort of heard from Keystone Guy. He's another one in tonight's field I'll be watching.
Yeah, though his talk about the fact that he can't run that high line, and my experience at this track being the high line being absolutely key, I'd be concerned for him at that point.
I would be too, because I know I always tease you when I'm not up in the booth together and say I have a fast car everywhere we go, but...
And it usually is unfound. There's usually very little speed found.
I like this kind of running a high line, but I can't ever find it. Sometimes I don't know. Let's talk crack logistics. I mean, if you were running tonight, what line do you think you would run?
Well, I kind of said it during the interview there. For most of the race, I'd be probably right up against that high line, like I'm kind of straddling the seam around the 4th to 5th groove. Now, of course, based on where the rest of the pack goes, I might go down low to try and make some passes by taking the short line around, but I think the fast line is going to be right up there near the wall. But I don't want to put it right on the boards the entire time because, of course, the closer you get to that wall, the higher the chance is that you end up hitting the wall and wrecking.
Right. And this is going to be a interesting night, especially for two commentators that basically against.
But on the bright side, at least, we are experienced in racing at this track because we've raced a lot of different league races at this track. I mean, now while it's a different shape, it's actually a very similar 1.5 miles to another 1.5 miles that you and I have recently run a race at, being Homestead Miami Speedway.
Yes.
The line is pretty similar. You can run up high, or you can go down low. Now, at Homestead, that bottom line is a lot better than it is at Kansas. So.
Yeah,
By the way, they just started loading into the race, so we should be getting our invite here momentarily.
If they don't forget about it.
There we go. I just got mine from Keystone. Which means I'll be able to get you one at the very least. And I got one from Gator as well. And I got another one from Keystone. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, thank you, guys. But we got, if you're watching on screens,
yeah, we should be loading in
we got plenty of invites.
Here we go. Loading in for the. I thought this was supposed to be the day race.
I thought so too. I thought that's what you had made a comment that they were saying earlier, but
I guess the Digital Ally race is the night race.
Yeah.
Hey, Dusty. Dusty's in the chat as well.
Who's Dusty?
He's the league owner, JP.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, so we're loading in here. There we go. Now we got cars on track, so.
Here we go.
Into the green flag, Waffle House and the number 3 on the front row.
Green flag.
Looks like they are doing a manual start. Because that is definitely not race pace. By any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
And there's 3 cars in the wall already. What on earth is going on here? Looks like someone's trying to replicate the TikTok car back there. The number 99. Looks like he's trying to kind of replicate maybe the TikTok car. I'm not really sure.
Maybe. So you got the 3 and the 4 on the front row.
Oh, that is gonna mess
You
me up
might-
so much having some Pro League cars and some cars with the normal positioning.
Oh, shoot.
Also, apparently we have 2 number 4s in the race. Because,
Oh,
I believe it's the MC Warrior is also the number 4.
MC Warrior?
Yeah, he's a red custom car back in the field a little bit. So, with this, with these pace laps, it actually adds a pretty interesting factor, though, into the race of the fact that you've got to manage that fuel, and this is, I mean, as much as it might not seem like it, this is a chance for you to save some of that fuel that could end up being so very important.
I don't know, with us being so new, I don't know, they do pace laps all the time.
Well, regardless, you want to be using that clutch pedal. You want to be in neutral as much as you can to try and save that fuel around here so that you're not burning tons of extra fuel and ending up being a lap or 2 short at the pit stop time. Especially if you get that lucky caution. But looks like we're gridded up and ready to go. Green flag.
Now we're green flag racing.
And it looks like we're already in threat of a caution in the back of the pack. But we got Zach attacking the 99 on the front row up here, trying to challenge for the lead early on. So you got the 99 and the 3 with the 37 looking behind.
Yeah.
And as you can see, kind of the line is already gravitating.
Free-ride up front.
But as you can see, the line is already gravitated towards the front row. And did you see the? We got a wreck. 2 cars involved. The 42 and the 22 were both involved there. So I believe that will bring out our first caution flag of the race. So again, this is going to play into it. Play into the fact that you need to have good fuel mileage and fuel saving. Now, granted, it actually looks like they decided to keep it green, so I guess both cars weren't involved enough to where the yellow flag actually was thrown. So
yeah, they have kept it going for now. Meanwhile, you got back up for the second but clean.
You got the 37 looking to try and go for the slide job here on the 3. 3's got the momentum on the high side, though, coming off the corner. Looks like the 3 will hold off for now.
Yep.
But you can't ignore the fact that that 4 car, while the 37 tried that slide job and is looking to try it again, that
contact.
That 4 cars.
4 cars in the wall.
What?
4 car is in the wall.
Yeah, after contact with that 23 car, I believe it was. But yeah, the more and more, though, this 37 tries that slide job move, the more and more it opens up the possibility that that 4 and even possibly that 23 might be able to catch and get to their outside, which, again, is the preferred line here, at least from what we've seen so far. Most everybody's running in that high groove unless they're trying to make that pass. I mean, you can already see everybody's gravitating so close to that wall. You gotta wonder,
so close to that.
At what point are people gonna start to think that, hey, maybe I don't want to be risking hitting the wall and going a little lower and potentially giving up a spot to another driver. Like maybe, now I would hope that the leaders wouldn't do that, but it's always a possibility that even the leader might end up going a little lower just to avoid hitting the wall and ending up giving up that outside lane to another driver. Like you see the 99 who's about, I would say, in the 3rd lane and then ends up being in the 4th lane as he exits the 4th corner there. He gave the 5th lane to the 3. Now the 3 wasn't close enough to capitalize, but still a matter of giving up that lane if the 3 was indeed brave enough to go that high and too wide.
Yep.
And actually, I think the 99 might have just about scraped the wall that last time. And yeah, there was some more contact with the wall. That's going to allow the 3 a shot to get to the inside. But the 3 did not actually pull it off, and he's going to lose out second here to the 37.
Yes, he is. He might lose 2. Yes, he will.
Yeah, he lost out to Lyons there as well in the number 4. Lyons immediately goes back to that high side, and I'd say almost a misstep there from the 37 to go and block Lyons, because Lyons immediately went to the high side as soon as he got in behind the 37.
Yeah.
And that has now allowed the 4 car of Lyons to move up into second place.
Meanwhile, here comes the 37, trying to come back on the 4.
Yeah, but it's a matter of you got to not only play offense, but you got to worry about defense, because here we go, 3 car to the inside, looking for the lead. He's going to try and slide job him. He gets him into the wall.
Oh.
And boy, that's not going to be taken too kindly by that 37, I'm sure.
Yeah. Especially early on here, I could see that being a ball and spark call later in the race, but that's definitely a...
Well, it's definitely aggressive,
Strike
but,
one.
I mean, watch this. The 37 is probably about to do the exact same thing to the 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 car makes contact with the wall after being, after actually not as aggressive slide drafting, and the 37's in the grass. 37 was in the dirt. He is going to lose a ton of spots. Lose out to the 66. And I believe that was the 82 that also got by there. And now you got to look at the fact that the 23 is making his way back up through the field as well. And after being involved in one of those early wrecks. Right now, definitely the battle for the lead is going to be heating up here. You got a pretty fast group, though, battling for third as well. You got Keystone, you got the pole sitter of Waffle. You got those 2 battling it out, as well as another car in this pack, so you potentially could see them work together to try and close in on this lead group.
Yeah, you could.
Oh, and we got the 66 coming to pit road. Seems very early to be coming to pit road, so I wonder if he had an issue. No, this looks like it'll be a routine 4-tire stop for the number 4 car. Well, not number 4, sorry, number 66.
Yeah. Because number 4 is up here, closing in on the number 99.
Yep. So I'll try and keep an eye on the 66 when he comes out of the pits.
Okay.
Because the 66 is... but yeah,
I'll
he's making
keep an eye on this.
So he's making no adjustments on that 66.
Battle for the lead.
Well, I've got the battle for the lead too. Remember, since the 66 is the guy that we got the stream and the lap count for, we've got his broadcast to look at. So no adjustments to the number 66 as he exits pit road, and we'll try and blend.
Oh. Is that Keystone?
Yeah, that's Keystone. So he's...
Oh, okay.
So he's blending on the backstretch, so he's going to be just in front of the race leaders here. I believe that would be for... oh, wait, no, he's like half a track in front of the leaders, actually, based on when he got back on track. But I believe that will put him a lap down for now, so I believe that would put him in the free pass position now, so he will be your free pass if, indeed, we get a yellow. Or, I guess, more likely when we get a yellow. Because we're guaranteed to get a yellow at the stage break, which is about 25 laps away.
25 laps away?
Yeah, I think it's close to like 21, 22 at this point, because when I looked at the lap count last, it was a couple laps ago. Yeah, so it's 22 to go, coming to 21 to go this time.
31 laps to go in the stage, guys. as Lionsville gets close, ever so closer to taking its lead.
Well, he's still a bit back there, JP. He's not looking for the lead right now. He's just trying to run down the 99 here. So he won't be taking the lead from that far back, even on a super dive bomb move. And really, I think a lot of these guys at the front are at the point where they probably should be just worrying about going and getting their pit, worrying about when they're going to get their pit stop in, because they are going to need to pit here in this first stage. So they're going to be about 4 laps shy of making it all the way, I believe.
Yeah.
Might be a little bit. Actually, no. They are going to be about 9 laps shy from the initial drop of the green flag. Now they may have saved some of the fuel under the pace laps to start this thing.
Pace laps, we did.
So I'd say reasonably, I would guess most of these leaders would probably be about 6 to 7 laps shy.
You can see where I get so.
What?
Lions in the wall.
Okay. I say he's still running up there near the front, and I say it doesn't actually look like he lost any time while hitting the wall, so that might have just been some incidental contact, no real loss though.
Yeah. But I know I saw him touch the wall. So.
Yeah, he's running right against that wall. He's not giving himself a big margin of room for a bunch of room for error, but he is just running those laps, trying to log them as fast as he can. But again, I'd start to be worried though, because this 66 has been laying down some very fast laps on 4 fresh tires, where he might actually be able to overtake these guys when the pit cycles. Because remember, he wasn't very far behind these guys. He was right in the battle for third when he came to pit road. And here we go, the 4 car coming to pit road. Looks like the 99 stays out, along with most everybody else.
Yes, he did.
So once again, we got 1 car coming to pit road. So seems like he saw the risk of losing out. We got another car coming down pit road here. Looks like the 28 was on pit road. I think I just saw the 42 going in over the grass.
The 99 will stay out for yet another lap, Brian.
Okay, you got the MC Warrior in the red and green number 4 coming to pit road, along with the pole sitter of the race, number 3. You got Lions just coming off the pit road. You got the 23 on pit road. You got the 42 just coming down now. You got the 81 on pit road as well. So it looks like everybody's starting to cycle around, and we'll start to see.
When do you think this 99 comes down?
I think at this point he's waiting for the yellow flag, so he's gonna run his thing out of fuel. So he's gonna be waiting until about 5 to 6 laps to go in the stage. Probably, if I had to guess, maybe even 7, based upon fuel mileage. But one thing that did happen is Keystone did leapfrog a bunch of cars in the pit cycle, including Lions. And now Lions is actually held up behind the other 4 car. They're both running the high lane, but the other 4 car in the wall, Lions goes down the inside and he will get past him. So yeah, so this 99 though, leading the race, he's still yet to come to pit road. So it looks like the top 4 have yet to come to pit road. The leader of the lap down, or the leader of the cars that have yet to come to pit road.
The leader is coming to pit road now.
Okay.
Leader's on pit road now.
But yeah, as I was saying, the top 4 were the only guys who have yet to pit, including that race leader who we just saw duck on the pit road. The leader of the cars who have yet to pit is actually the number 66 of Keystone. So it looks like he might have played this fuel mileage strategy real well and gotten up front. But now he's got that 4-car with fresher tires coming right up behind him. And if he can't run that high line, he isn't going to be able to block lines in any other part of the track. Looks like we got a car coasting to pit road. Actually, a car with a blown tire. We got a blown tire on a car. Let's see, who was that? It was the 82 of XX the Champ. And and in the middle of all that, we saw Lions go for the pass on Keystone, and they both got by the 99, who had prior to pit stops been the race leader. So you've seen now 2 guys who pitted sooner leapfrog in the pit cycle. So it looks like Keystone might have come a little too early in the cycle, because now his tires are a little more worn, and he is losing out spots to these guys that he initially short pitted and got on fresh tires sooner. But he is also was able to jump from 5th to 3rd. So
Yeah.
and of course, with this being his first race, it's not like he's in championship contention. So the stage points probably don't matter as much to him as they will be to guys like Lions and the other championship contenders.
Mhm.
Meanwhile, just got an update. The 42 and the 6 got busted for speeding this last time down pit road, so that's why you'll see them further down the running order, and likely going to be fighting for that free pass in the stage. And the 99 just retook the lead.
Yep.
So you just saw a pass for the lead right there. But I would anticipate that the 4 is not done, and he is going to try and pass him back. This is the closest he's been, but he's also on those slightly older tires, which I will be willing to bet that will play a factor come the end of this race.
How many more laps of the stage do we have?
Let me see. We have... Oh, by the way, the 3 got by the 66 there. 8 laps to go in the stage. And it looks like the 99 is actually starting to stretch that gap, so I would anticipate that any chance of that 4 catching the 99 is going to be shrinking very rapidly. Yeah, so the 4 car definitely going to be trying to do what he can to get up there. But I wouldn't necessarily bank on him being able to necessarily go right up there and pass for position.
Well, that's not going to help things.
Yeah, it just made contact with the wall.
Yeah, it gets made contact with
Yeah, it looks like significant contact, but to be honest, at this point, with that few laps to go, it was a worthwhile risk, because if you get by them, it really pays off, and if you hit the wall, you weren't going to pass them anyway, and there's nobody immediately there to challenge for position, so.
Yep.
I would say that is not necessarily a bad thing.
So, as you say, the 99 is run away with the first gauge and out to the sunset. Dig it out to the sunset.
Yeah, so the 99 is the second place driver in points, so he's going to need as many of these points as he can get over Lions. And to be honest, he'd probably be very happy if Lions would lose some more spots here. But yeah, so your championship contenders are Lions, who is who has 116 points up on Zach in the number 99. Then you've got MC Warrior, who's 194 back. The 22, who is 252 back, and then Gator Boys in the number 23 is 266 points back. So all the championship guys are here, but outside of the 4 and the 99, most of them having fairly rough days. I mean, you got the speeding penalty on the 6, the 32 or the 23. I mean, has not been all that relevant. And then the 22 has just been a little sloppy.
The Lions tires must be going away because you get slopped the wall as you were talking about that.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah, those tires are going to be starting to go away. I mean, everybody's tires are going to be wearing away. But again, he has about 2 seconds between himself and the third place car. So he doesn't necessarily have any immediate threat to take that spot from him. You got the 3 is the next car for position. Waffle House, who we talked to earlier before the race.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, Waffle House not being a playoff or a championship contender here. That's definitely interesting to see a driver that that looks like he could contend for this championship. Not even and yeah, that's the stage.
99 wins the skids.
Yeah, 99 got the stage win. Keystone's tire light was actually on at the end of that run, so he was definitely wearing his tires away as he spins actually after the stage. But it doesn't really matter because the stage is over. You got 4th in the stage, so you had 1 and 2 were the top 2 in the championship. 3rd place was Waffle House. 4th was the 66 at Keystone. 5th place was the 37 at Ty Phil. 6th was TG Snow, White Shadow. 7 was American Rebel. 8th was XX the Champ, 82. Then you have Roshan in the number 9th, and then Right Gator rounding out your top 10.
Here we go for skate number 2. With the 99 starting.
Yep, 99 starting right on that inside, and really these front 3 picking up right where they left off, pretty much. And even the 37's gotten his way back up into that top 4 after being a threat to lead the race early on. Maybe we see some more short run pace out of him. And hey, you know what I said about the 22 having a little bit of a sloppy race? He's right up there in the mix as well now.
Yep.
He's definitely on the outside of this championship hunt. Actually, I think I see all 5 of the championship contenders in the picture right now. Because obviously you got the one, I think the only one I don't see is the 6. Who is obviously still at the back of the field from the speeding penalty. But the other 4 are right there in the top 5.
Here comes the 3 to the bottom of Lions.
Yeah, you got the 3 looking to the inside of the number 4 there. You got Lions trying to make everything he can out of that high line. And the 3 is just trying everything he can without making significant contact. Wow. Hey, Lions, you should probably be thanking that number 23 behind you. Because he just side drafted the 3 so that he couldn't go and side draft you. And we got contact in the wall for the number 3. And he came down and checked up the 37. Which that now puts championship contenders 1, 2, 3, 4, and wherever the 6 is at the moment.
Three wide.
Yeah, 3 wide in the middle of the pack, and I believe that's Lions in the middle of that 3 wide.
Yes, it
Is it? Yeah,
is.
he's down against the wall there, scraping it.
He's going Lions.
Looks like Lions, though, held on to a top 4 spot after all that. And I think that just shows testament to the strength of that car to be able to be 3 wide in the middle like that and still come out ahead of everybody else in that pack. Yeah, that's exactly what that 99 wanted to see, though, was the 4 car falling back. Because that's who he needs to be beating. And right now, he isn't doing much of that. 32 laps in the remaining in this stage. Coming around to get 31 to go. So, fuel window is going to open here in the next lap or 2 to make it on fuel. Now, I think you should still run another 5 to 10 laps to make it a safe tire window. I'd probably run 10 to 15 laps until about 10, 15 to go in the stage.
Oh my goodness. Lions is about ready to lose another spot.
Yeah, they're really packing up in the back of the pack, or not in the back of the pack, but in the back half of the top 5 here. You got the 37 and the 3 fighting over who's going to try and pass Lions next. And Lions is just up here trying to figure out how he's going to get behind the 22. But it really seems like the 22 is the one holding everybody here up. Because Lions is getting held up by him, which is allowing him to be potentially passed by the other 2 drivers behind him. But it seems like this is all stemming from the 22.
Be interesting. Be interesting if we. Oh.
Yeah, there we go. Lions down to the bottom and drops 2 spots here.
Drop 2 spots.
But actually, it looks like he might be looking for pit road here pretty soon. No, okay, he just went on by pit road. It looks like he might be trying to slow down to get to pit road. And here comes Keystone to try and pass Lions next. That's it. The 99 is still leading this race. He's still looking to try and lead and pull away from this group.
Oh. And while you talk about that, we got a battle.
Battle for 4th here between the 3 and the 37. 37 coming out on top of that for the moment.
So what have you thought of this race so far, Ryan?
It's been pretty typical Kansas. The top line has been very dominant. Tires have mattered a ton. And you've seen guys be able to go and make passes if they have a fast enough car and know the right technique to pass. Oh, Lions just made contact though with another car in the middle of the pack, and it looks like the other 4 is on pit road. Wait a minute, the MC Warrior. I believe that is, so the MC Warrior. So the other 4 is actually supposed to be the 6. So he's the guy that got black flagged on the pit stop.
Oh.
And it looks like he might actually be out of the race with how long he's been on pit road there. We got another driver on pit road as well, it looks like. Let's see. So we got the 42 just leaving pit road. I believe he might have stayed out to try and take the wave around and ended up ultimately having to come to pit road here. So Lions is falling all the way down to 8th on track. And I believe the 66 might actually be trying to employ a fuel saving strategy here to try and get to the end of the stage. I don't know how one would save that much fuel, because I mean, you're gonna be about, I don't know, I would say 6 to 7 laps off of making it from the start of this stage. Now, saving fuel isn't necessarily a bad thing.
There goes Lions losing yet another spot.
Yeah, dropping down to 9th. Yeah, so it looks like the other 4 car is out of the race, so the 6 is out. He will not have a shot to really run down these guys. And that's going to really be a rough day for him, because that is, he was, coming into the day, he was 194 back. Yeah, it looks like Lions with another issue. Yeah, he should just come to... Oh, and I feel like that's your perfect time to come to pit road. Like, you have an issue, just come, get your tires, assuming you think you can make it on fuel from there.
Yeah. Lions has to be hot under the collar.
Yeah, we both know that he definitely does not like it when he's running anywhere but first.
Cutting in. When does he come to pit road, Ryan?
I already said I would have pitted back when you have the initial incident there, where he got loose and was really slow. I mean, sure, while it's not going to be a fast in-lap, at the very least you bite the bullet of you already have a slow lap. Might as well just come down and get your 4 tires at that point. But for the rest of these guys, I would probably wait till about lap, I'd say 17 in the stage, 17, 18 in the stage, so about a lap or 2 from here. Though, let me see how many laps I got left to go in this stage, because I could also differentiate it. So yeah, I'd run about 3 to 4 more laps, pushing as hard as I can, and then come in, get my 4 tires, my fuel, and go out there and try and earn myself some track position. Speaking of track position, the 22 in the wall is about to lose some. The 22 just hit the wall pretty hard, and now he's got the 23 on his rear bumper, looking to try and get around him. Man, that 23 looks really nice.
Yeah, I know, like, just remember, guys, there will be a cutting free in the Cup Series next year.
Yeah, I don't think most NASCAR fans who pay attention to most of the silly season stuff don't know that Bubba Wallace will be driving the number 23 this coming year for Michael Jordan in the NASCAR Cup Series.
Yeah, if you don't know that, then you don't need to be involved in NASCAR.
JP, we don't need to be that mean to them. I mean, there are people that are just trying to get into the sport and might not know where to follow for some of those news updates, but obviously both me and JP's channels would be a good place to start, so by hitting the subscribe button to keep updated on news videos. Most of the time we're pretty timely with them. Recently I've been a little slow. Getting some of the news out.
Recently I've been
all my stuff set up for doing admin stuff.
But we both cover almost the same identical thing. We talk every day, so.
There you go, the 99 is actually lapping the 66 car. If that tells you just how, fast this pace is.
Speaking of cars getting ready to get past, the 22's getting ready to get passed by the 23.
Yeah, he's been on the verge of getting past the last, 9 laps.
Well, this time the cutting free
Yeah, 23
is
is
down
on the
to.
inside.
Oh, as it comes up on a slower car, the 66.
Yeah, that's the 66 at Keystone. But almost allows the 22 to get back to his inside there to try and side draft him back. I don't think this fight's over. I think the 22 is just running to a pace. I think the 22 has more speed than he's showing. I think he's only showing a certain amount of speed to try and just run to the pace of the guys behind him.
Like you said, I don't think this fight is over because here comes the cutting through back on the top side of the racetrack, which is always
Yeah, there we go. He clears him off the
third
corner,
line.
off the straightaway and entering the corner.
Back comes the cutting free.
He made
Gets
a
up
little bit of
to
wall contact there, which kind of took away the shot at a really good run down the back straightaway there when he got to the outside. Let's see if he can do it this time without getting the wall. Looks like the 22 went up the track, so the 23 reacted and went down. Speeding penalty for the 22. I'm going to call it now. Speeding penalty on that 22. I don't know if he was intending on coming to pit road, but he was definitely way too hot entering pit road there. I don't know if it was intentional or not. And actually, the 99, the previous race leader was on pit road already. So it looks like the 99 actually playing a different pit strategy than what worked for him in stage 1.
At the cutting free.
I would definitely have been on pit. I'd be on pit road though now, if not sooner.
That could be
I'm not seeing any damage, so I'm wondering if they aren't running damage in this race. I haven't seen any damage actually appearing on any cars, despite the contact that we've seen.
no.
And I wonder if that's part of the reason why we've had a lack of yellows. Because with no damage, there's no real need for everybody to be getting a yellow flag to get their damage repaired, because they don't have any.
Yeah, but I would presume that we see more yellow flags here in the final stage.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's still time for some yellows in this stage, too. I mean, you got 11 laps to go in this stage. You can still see a yellow here, especially with guys merging on and off the racetrack. Apparently, I believe the race leader is the 82 who is coming into the pit road now.
Yep.
We're coming to 10 to go in the stage now.
Coming to 10 to go in the stage.
And just trying to update Keystone guy, I believe is one of 3 cars that have yet to come to pit road. I believe your race leader is currently on pit road. Got a lot of them on. Okay, so Lyons is now the race leader. So Lyons has cycled around to the late race lead, and we know we've seen him pit already. So that is kind of the defined line of that is where you're
Yep.
which I think that just shows that Keystone's strategy of trying to save fuel is not going to work. Because, he is behind cars who have already pitted, and I would be willing to guess probably for 4 tires. So I'm not really sure what the strategy on that 66 is going to become, but it's got to change if he wants to have a shot at this thing, because clearly that strategy is not going to work in the long run here.
Yeah.
So let's see. Keystone is up to 6th though, which isn't bad, but to be up to 6th and being one of the only guys who have yet to make your pit stop in this stage, it's going to be a rough one. especially since those tires are also getting a lot of age on them. I believe we got a pass for position here between the 80 or between the 3 and the 22. So I believe you're going to see a pass for position here relatively soon. Looks like 3 going up the track, 22 going down to the bottom. No contact though with the wall for the 3 will give him the run down the straightaway. The 22 runs the shortest way around the racetrack. And going into this corner, he's got to try and slide job. Gotta go for that slide job to try and get the lead. Looks like he was not able to get it done and will actually end up probably losing out to the 3 car here on the straightaway. Because, yeah, 1 and 2 is like the most important spot for people who run the high line, who are running the high line. Like when it comes to running the high line and running it well, the front straightaway doesn't matter as much because of the curve and the ability, if you're side by side with somebody, that they'll just go lower to avoid losing time to you. But on that back straightaway, there isn't really any shorter way around. So if you've got the momentum, you're gonna go around them.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like the 22 though is just struggling to try and complete this pass though on the 3 car. And looks like Lyons has actually had to pit a second time. So
That's not good.
yeah, that is definitely not favorable.
Won't be able to tow.
Yeah, not sure
Maybe
who the
we
race leader is
catch-
at the moment. I believe it might be this 23 car that we're seeing returning laps. Not exactly sure.
How many more laps to go in the stage?
We got 3 to go. And the 66 is out of fuel. The 66 is run out of fuel. And this is the worst possible moment because if he can't get back around to the pit road before whoever the race leader is, the pit road will be closed and he will get a penalty on top of that. And the pit road is closed. Oh, and Keystone stays out. The 66 is choosing to stay out to try and just, coast this thing around for 2 laps. I just don't see it happening. I do not see someone being able to coast it around. Oh, and it looks like he's now blown a tire as well. Considering the fact that he just spun out. Yeah, it looks like the 66 is now blown a tire. Let's see, what tire did he blow? But yeah, it looks like that is the stage ending there, though. He is going to be 1 lap down to start this next stage. Yep. So, man, that's a bummer for one of the cars I was thinking might be able to pull some kind of strategy here to try and win this thing. So Lyons will be getting the free pass as the first car 1 lap down. Okay, so Keystone did not blow a tire, actually. He had, all 4 of his tires were up, so looks like he just got loose on the old tires and with the sputtering car over the bumps.
From what you hear from the ring.
It's pretty much the only thing we had to talk about at the end of that stage. He's in the chat saying to not talk about it with his car losing control there.
Green flag.
Yeah, green flag back out
The
and
finals.
underway.
The 99 is back out front. how many laps is this stage, Ryan?
This stage, it'll be the remainder of the 134 laps in the race, so when we get back around to the start-finish line, I will read off the lap. But man, this 99, though, he is showing some real strength here at Kansas, and definitely looks like he'll be a contender for victory.
Contact.
Oh, and I forgot to read off the laps remaining. I believe we will have, it looks like we'll have about 50 laps to go, about 51 to go in this next lap, so.
51 to go.
Yeah, I will confirm that on the timing and scoring when we get through this one. Yeah, 51 to go. Man, my math was on point there. So 51 laps remaining in this race.
51 to go.
So yeah, definitely the longest stretch of race here in this one.
Haven't seen no yellow flags.
Yeah, I've only seen yellow flag. I haven't seen many crashes though. Outside of that one with I think it was the 42 and somebody. I haven't really seen any crashes. Nor have I seen any damage still, which I think is really weird because we got them bump drafting, which would have resulted in at least a little bit of noses. And unless it is true that they are using no damage, which I think at this point is all but confirmed.
Yep. They never told me what the settings were, so
it's a 50% raise. We know that much based on the lap count. So, man, this 89 though, he's had some real speed.
yes. If he wins this race, I can't wait to interview him and see.
Crash.
Crash?
Yeah, I saw the 66, I believe, involved. I don't know who else might have been involved. I just saw the 66. I believe, I don't know if I saw him get airborne, but he was wrecking. Definitely not the way that the 66 wanted this stage to start. And here we go. Lyons trying to find his way back to the front here. But yeah, that 9th place in that stage, that gave a lot of points to that 99 to try and reel back in this championship hunt. Problem is, he's going to need to do that at every race from here on out to try and clinch that, or to try and claw back that championship.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I'd be surprised if Lyons doesn't get it.
But at least it will give you and I something to talk about the next 2 Saturdays.
Well, that's if Lyons actually has any trouble at these next 2 races. Because remember, with the double and triple points upcoming in the next 2 races of this round to determine your champion, it's going to be a lot harder for a driver. If Lyons struggles tonight, it doesn't really matter as much as if he struggles in 2 weeks at the triple points race. Because if he struggles at the triple point race, then you've got a big problem.
Yep. But he's not struggling at the single point race.
Well, he isn't struggling all that much, but he was second to the 99 in stage 1. He was 9th in stage 2, which gave up a lot of points, especially with the 99 winning the stage.
Oh, and we might have a caution here.
Let's see. Yeah, there are cars all over the place. Looks like the 82 is involved. Do you know any of the other cars that were involved? And it looks like we are under yellow flag conditions here for the first time tonight.
Looks like
On lap 91 of 134. So you got about 43 laps to go.
Oh.
And the entire field comes onto pit road pretty much. So, yeah, I'd be surprised if any of these guys don't come and get 4 tires here just because they'd run 10, 15 laps. And, looks like Keystone, while going to try and get either a free pass or a wave around, ended up in the wall. And let's see who's going to win this race off pit road. Looks like it'll be the 4 of Lions, the 32, or the 23, I mean, of Gator. Then the, I think that was the 37 that I saw next. Yeah, so it looks like the 37. The 99 just exiting now. So it looks like a variety of strategy potentially. I'd almost assume that those guys that came off first are on 2 tires instead of 4. Which, I mean, 2 tires, it's a risky strategy, but sometimes it can pay off.
It is a risky strategy, but it could pay off.
I don't really understand why Lyons did it, since he was already in the lead, or he was already up there in the lead fight. I feel like if you're in the lead fight, you really don't need to go for this 2-tire strategy, because really what you need to do is if you're running, I'd say 6th on back, this strategy makes sense as we get back to green flag racing.
Yeah, green flag racing is back out with about 40 something to go.
Yeah, with we're coming to 40 to go this time by, so 41 was when we took the green flag again.
$40 laps to go.
Yep, 40 laps and all to play for. So this is gonna make it a pretty easy strategy to call, assuming that the rest of this race goes green flag. Because for me, the way I do this is I run 21 laps, I pit, I run another 20. That's how I break up this race if I'm one of these front runners. Now, maybe if I'm one of these guys further on back in the pack, maybe I run 30 laps to try and bank on a yellow and run the final 10 on the fresh tires. Or run about 10, 15 laps in this segment and then come to pit road as soon as the fuel window opens to make it to the end of the stage. Or to the end of the race. Those are kind of the strategies, but if you're at the front, I feel like going with a standard strategy of run 20-ish laps, pit, and then run the final 20-ish laps on your next set of tires. I think that just makes the most sense. It's the simplest.
3 right behind Lions.
Yep.
For second, third. Second, third, and fourth.
Between the 99 and the 23, and I believe, is that the 81? Yeah, you've just seen this top line, though, being so dominant tonight. I mean, essentially, if you can run the top line, you've got a good shot at this one. If you're in the bottom line, you better be trying to pass somebody or have a very good reason for going to the bottom, because so far tonight the bottom has just not been the way to go, except for in the tri-oval where you can cut the distance dramatically.
Yep.
So, JP, with the restart at 41 to go, what would be your choice of strategy here going forward here?
Really, I would just try to keep up with the leaders and pit as soon as the pit when my fuel window opens up. I don't have to pit 3 or 4 laps remaining to go on fuel. And so I give myself that buffer. If I miss pit road once,
So you're saying you would run your fuel tank out, or you're saying you would come to pit road the second your fuel window to make it to the end of the race opens? Because that fuel window is going to be opening here in a lap or two.
I would probably pit in a lap or 2 and then see what happens.
Okay, because, yeah, they've got a lot of fuel still on board. Yeah, at this point. I think you come down for a splash and a 4-tire stop.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think you got to make it to 29-ish to go to really feel safe that you can make it on fuel. You maybe put a little sooner than that if you feel comfortable about your fuel saving abilities. You can come a few laps later if you really think you're burning way too much fuel. But yeah, I would say though in about 3 to 4 laps is when that pit window will be fully open.
But all night we've seen people like Keystone think
there's no way you're going to get 41 laps on this tank of fuel. I mean, we saw Keystone try it in that other stage, and that was only like a 32 lap run, and he couldn't even make 32 laps on the tank of fuel. So,
yeah,
and that's with a fair amount of fuel saving. So, I would almost anticipate that will be the trend we see. Of 32 laps being about the maximum a driver can run on their tank, which means that we would see the latest anybody would pit if they absolutely stretched it all the way would be about 9 laps to go in the race would be when they'd come to pit.
9 laps to go?
Yep, that's about as
where
far
are
as
we
they
at?
stretch it.
And where are we at right now?
We are right about 30 to go. Yeah, and you still got this 99 and 4 right up front battling for the win, despite being a little separated, and you got to battle for third behind them.
But I mean, this 99 is catching a 4.
Well, the 99's catching the 4 slightly, but you got to worry about the fact that he's also got the 2 cars behind him are also catching him. Yeah, so it looks like I'd almost be anticipating some of these people, especially starting to look at maybe coming to pit road within the next 5 laps. I've been hearing from listening in on Keystone Stream the general party. Sounds like they're planning to have their pit stops in roughly. There's a group planning pit stops for about 5 laps from now.
5 laps from now?
Yeah, something like 5-6 laps away, maybe a little bit more. So that's going to be an interesting strategy to see. Because the pit window, by the way, is firmly open right now. They can make it if they pit now to the end of this race, no questions asked. So, personally, I would try and run another 8 laps. I'd try and run 8 laps to get to the 20 to go mark, pit there, and then go out for another 20. Basically split this final stage in half. And then have it where, okay, you split that stage in half, and then you end up in a situation where you are on fresh tires for an equal amount of time on both runs, and you're trying to get the most out of your tires. And I think that would ultimately be the situation that would end you in victory lane. And oh, the 23 has an issue. 23 through the grass. He's going to lose out a spot to the 3. He also lost out the spot to the 81 that he was battling with. And it looks like he might lose out some more spots here.
Good. I get put to the current 2 screen. Racing a 37.
Oh, 30, not 30.
37,
yeah, 37 puts the 22 in the grass.
Contact.
And that's as they're coming up on the guy I was just talking about there with the 23 who just had some kind of issue of handling off the corner. I'm guessing that was just guys with some older tires, especially those guys who went with the 2-tire call on this last pit stop. Because that actually is going to extend the window for some of these guys with that yellow flag. But also you got to factor in the guys that took the wave around there are also going to be a little shorter on fuel. Like I believe Keystone, who we see coming to pit road now, along with I believe one other driver coming with him. Yep, the number 28 of Rawson. Once again, apologies to anybody if I pronounce your gamer tag horribly wrong.
Yeah, since we just got thrown into this tonight without too many pronunciations.
Yeah, with very little talking at all with any of the drivers outside of Waffle House, who also is a fairly easy gamer tag to pronounce because it's literally a brand name.
Waffle House.
Yeah, it's literally Waffle House. Which is making me want waffles. Man, we should not be doing these streams at 10 at night, because now I'm getting hungry. But yeah, now we got the 99 though. He's made significant margins on trying to catch the 4 car here. And to be honest, I think if you're the 99, you follow the 4 car, because right now you're running faster laps. You just follow him wherever he goes. If he goes to pit road, you go to pit road. If he stays out on the track, you stay out on the track and keep running him down. I just don't see much incentive for the 4 or for the 99 to do anything other than that. Now, if I'm the 4, I maybe try and, without losing much speed.
Oh, wait a minute.
99 might be coming to pit road here. Yeah, 99 beats the 4 to pit road, actually. I don't know about that strategy. It's right about 2 laps earlier than I probably would have liked, but it's right around that window that I was talking about for a strategy, but you just got to factor in, okay, 37 and 23 as well, by the way, jumping on this strategy, 42 as well in, but you got to factor in the fact that now the 4 knows that he's been beat to pit road. Is he going to be able to maybe put together some good laps here? I think as probably I would say the 2 fastest cars in this race, the 4 and the 99, I feel like you just follow him and make it a straight up duel rather than trying a pit strategy that might work and it might end up costing you a shot at the win. But that's just kind of my opinion on that. We got the 37 coming out with the 23. Looks like the 99 might already be off.
Reminders, stay with us for post-race interviews after the race.
Yep, we'll have post-race interviews right here, live on the channel, right after the race from the top 3 drivers in this one. So, here we go. So I'd almost anticipate we're going to be talking about it. We're going to be talking to at least one of the 2 guys we've been talking about a lot today, Lyons and Zach. Here you got Zach Attack up in that 99.
If not both of them.
Yeah, I would probably be willing to bet that we'll probably see both of them, but I mean, there's no real guarantees anywhere.
Yeah. welcome in. Welcome in.
So here we go.
This has been an interesting race so far tonight.
Yeah, it's been a really fun race. Yeah, just looks like the 4 is still yet to pit. I believe the 4, the 82, and 3 other cars are still yet to come to pit road. It looks like Zack Attack is the highest of the cars that have already come to pit road. And he's actually got a 9.5 second buffer to the next car that's come to pit road. And here we go, American Rebel comes to pit road. I believe that's one of those guys that was, well, obviously I don't think he would pit if he already had pit. So it looks like he is one of those guys that would already pit. I'd be willing to bet the 81 is probably up there as well. As one of those guys who does not pit, because I believe, yeah, and here we go, the 3 and the 81 coming to pit road.
Oh, somebody in the class.
Oh, and the 4 is on pit road too. So the 4 car coming to pit road. That's now going to be one to watch, because we got the 99 on track turning fast laps, and we got the 4 car trying to get his pit stop done without losing too much time.
Yep.
And you got 15 laps to go here. So this is another one of those margins that I said you run about 25, 30 laps and hit with roughly 15 laps to go, because 15 laps seems to be right about where the tires start to fall off a significant margin. And the 99, by the way, is taking over the race lead. So massive lead for the 9. Actually, it looks like it might not be all that far.
And we got a caution.
You got a yellow?
We got a yellow.
Where is it?
I guess all the 99 slow down, so figure out where the yellow.
I don't see any cars wrecked. Oh yeah, they are slowed down though for a caution. I don't know why they threw the yellow, because nobody is really wrecked. Well, this changes everything.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess on the bright side, everybody cycled through their pit stops before we had the yellow flag. But I'd anticipate most everybody, except for maybe the 4 and some of those other guys that had just been on pit road, coming and getting 4 tires. I think you might see the 81, the 22.
And we still got it was saying in the garbage meeting that cautions can come out in this league with just under 5 to go. So 4 laps to go. I believe I heard correctly. It's the cutoff for the yellow.
Okay, so they do have a cutoff for the yellow. I wasn't sure if they would have a cutoff for the yellow, or if they would just allow a race if they get a yellow within 5 laps to go of the race, being the end of it. But yeah, we're going to go back racing with about 11, 12 laps to go.
Oh, big rebellion here. The 99 was not on the front row.
I think that was kind of expected. Actually, I think I specifically stated the 82, the 4, and the 37, who were just on pit road, not doing 4 tires to gain track position.
Oh, yeah.
And those are the 3 drivers that are ahead. Now, I did specify the 22. Looks like the 22 did get 4. But I did specify right before we had the pit stop that those would be my, that would be a potential strategy to try and get track position ahead of some of those guys that had run more laps on their tires. Like the 99 had no option. He had to get 4 tires.
Here we go with 11 laps to go?
I think it might be 12, but here we go. Green flag is back in the air. We are back to racing here at Kansas Speedway. And
Yes, sir.
okay, here we go. 11 laps to go. Okay, it was 11. It looks like we got the 23 stuck on the high side. He might be in trouble there. Cautions do sometimes bring cautions, but this group's actually been pretty good on all the restarts we've had so far. Oh, the 4 in the wall, though. The 3 wide for the lead just momentarily as the 81 gets back out in front. And the 66 now looking for second place there. Goes and punts the 4. And, oh, big pile up in the backfield. That is going to almost certainly bring out another yellow. And that is going to move the 66 up to first, or up to second place, I mean. But I definitely think that move will be looked at in post-race inspection, because that was definitely a pretty blatant dooring from the 66 to a driver I know he stated beforehand he is not overly friendly with. But now we got the 99 looking for that race lead on the 66. Yeah, that 66 though, leading the race. You got just about 3 wide for the lead. 99 on the outside. Oh, 4 car in the grass. 66 leads that lap. Keystone is on the apron. It looks like they're slowing down for the yellow flag.
Yep.
So it looks like the yellow flag was eventually thrown. I'd be a little surprised if they do send Keystone to the rear on this restart, but I would not be surprised to see some kind of penalty in post-race potentially for that kind of wreck. Because really, he was the one that caused the issue that ended up piling up to being the wreck. By driving in really deep on the bottom of the racetrack and getting into guys that were 3 wide and ended up bringing out this yellow, and he ended up becoming the race leader off of it.
Hopefully get no hurt feelings by Lions, but I bet you...
I wouldn't be surprised to see Lions return the favor here.
Yeah.
We're going to have about 6 laps to go when we get the green flag this next time. So we're essentially going to have this be our last yellow, and it looks like somebody stayed out. Rawson in the number 28 car stays out and assumes the race lead, I believe. And we got a close battle for the race off pit road for second place. Really, I think those are both spots I wouldn't want to be restarting in, though, because second, you might not get the outside lane, and third, you certainly ain't getting the outside lane. And, oh, whoa, what's the 82 doing there? He just came across everybody. Luckily, again, it doesn't seem like so it looks like there is no damage, because at this point, with the number of big wrecks we've seen, there'd be some evidence of a wreck on some of these cars, and all of them being absolutely pristine still. So, here we go. Looks like they're going to get grouped up here, and hopefully back to green flag here with 6 laps to go. So, unless we get pretty much an immediate yellow flag, I think that this will be, looks like they're going to go for another lap. So, just going to reduce the amount of time you get for that potential yellow flag to come out. Let's see. So that'll move the time of the green flag to, I believe, 5 to go. Let's see. Yep, that will move it to 5 to go.
5 laps.
So, we will need a yellow flag on the very first lap out, at least from what you're saying, that 4 laps to go is the cutoff. But I think there's a good chance this is our last restart. And you got a fairly interesting cast of drivers up front. You don't really see the 99 anywhere near the front. He's actually on the back row with the 66, who was also a race leader. I believe they might have sent the 66 to the rear after that controversial issue where he took the lead while wrecking like 4 cars.
He might have voluntarily went to the back too.
Possibly. But here we go. Coming into the green flag.
The green flag is back out, and we are racing.
Are we racing or are we wrecking? That's going to be the real question going into turn 1 here. And we got the 82 in the outside wall. But it looks like we made it good off of turn 2. We might make it back to the 4 to go mark without any wreck. Lyons now puts the 28 in the wall, so it looks like there's definitely some hurt feelings from Lyons, and he is now just running through anybody and everybody to get to the front here. And now the 28 once again in the wall. Man. Looks like Keystone, though, definitely ticked off the 4 car here.
With 2 left to go, here comes Lyons up top on the
I believe they're only coming to, I believe they're coming to 3 to go, actually, JP.
Oh.
There we go, side by side for the race lead. And we got an issue down the back straightaway with the 66 getting way out of line. The 99 as well with issues. So that's going to be major championship implications. Now, granted, it really only more solidifies that the 4 cars got this championship all but locked up here with 2 races to go, because he is running up front and his nearest championship contender is running 11th. And there we go, 2 laps to go, I believe.
2 laps to go.
Yeah, I will check and see if we have the white flag already, but no, I believe it's 2 to go. I'm pretty certain of that. Yeah, it looks like we won't be talking to both those guys. Yep, so we got 2 to go. We're coming to the white flag. So, white flag, question mark is going to be really what does this 37 do? Because he's really the only person in position to maybe try and do something to this guy. And it looks like Keystone, I don't know if he backed out or if he lagged out. We'll have to wait and see, but Keystone will not finish his race. So, here we go, coming through 3 and 4, 37 to the bottom, not going to be able to get there. The 4 car and Lyons will win at Kansas.
Yes, the 4 car and Lyons will win at Kansas, and we will be right with you. Post-racing.
Yeah, so it looks like it'll be Lyons, the 37, and I believe the 23. Looks like he was the 3rd place car there, so we'll be getting some interviews with those guys, so we'll just be waiting for them to get into the party. But, man, I mean, that was a fun race. I think, unfortunately, the least interesting driver in terms of the championship won the race.
Yep, so bear with us.
So yeah, here we go. Official top 3 are, so Right Gator did get the 3rd spot, so that was the 23, so we do have confirmation that it was Lyons, the 37, and Right Gator in the 23. So, definitely a solid night for Lyons. I mean, despite what looked like maybe some issues there in Stage 2, he ended up clawing it back to a very good finish, and to be honest, I bet that's part of what's gotten him such a big lead in this championship going forward.
Did you back out?
Yes, JP did.
He did.
Yep. Yeah, so we're just waiting for Lions, Ty, Phil, and Gator to get in here. I'll go and see if I can invite them.
All right. Meanwhile, what did you guys think of that race? That race was fantastic.
And here's our race winner from tonight.
How y'all doing?
Welcome, Lions. Great job on that race win.
Welcome, Ryan.
Thank you.
Yeah, that was a fantastic battle for the win there between you and the 37 coming down the finish.
Yeah, I thought he was going to give me a run for my money on the bottom.
Yeah, that bottom just didn't seem like it had much in it. And to be honest, in stage 2, I was concerned that you might end up losing out on a ton of points to the 99, but in the end, you ended up with that race win at the end of the day, and a lot of points for that.
Yeah, especially with him finishing 10th. That's a lot of points that I made up for him winning both stages.
Yeah, he won both stages, but also in that first stage, you were right up there with him, so he didn't gain much on you in that first stage. It was really that second stage where you lost the points.
So,
Yeah,
so
I
Lions, mind telling us what happened between you and the 66 tonight?
Are you talking about the reason that the last caution was brought out?
Yeah, that one.
Yes.
I don't know. He just dove it below me. I don't know if he was already there, but he just hit my quarter panel and it sent me straight up the track into the 3-car.
Yeah, from what it looked like up here, it looked like he was just sending it, trying to pull a slider, and I don't know if he knew that you had a car already on your outside. But it looked like he was trying to pull a slider to try and gain spots late in the race, and just didn't know you had a car on your outside. If I had to guess, that's what happened.
I mean, he owned up to it and he dropped to the rear for it.
Okay, so he did drop to the rear for it. Okay. Cool. So, yeah, it's just kind of one of them racing deals. But hey, man, congrats on the win, and of course, this will help you a lot in trying to lock up that championship.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely. I tried a different strategy tonight in stage 2. Just got the wheel and the shifter today, so had to put it to good use.
Yep, and yeah, I noticed you were having a few technical issues before the race with the wheel and pedal earlier tonight, not realizing that it had to be plugged in. That's actually somewhat similar to mine, because mine needs to be plugged in as well.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, man,
But,
congratulations on that win. JP, any other questions before we move on to second place?
No, I am good. Congratulations on the win. We'll see you next week.
Thank you. Real quick, good run right there at the end, Phil.
Yeah,
I don't know if he can hear me or not.
pretty well.
Not sure. Yeah, had to be risky there on the restart. You know, ended up forcing it probably 3-4 wide. But,
Yeah.
You gave us
had
a good
to
show.
take the lane. So
That
Yeah,
was you that
did.
went below 3rd place, wasn't it?
yeah, I restarted right there in 5th. So
Yeah. We were like
Had
4
to shoot.
wide going into turn 1.
yep. Everybody else had to back it out. So
Yeah. So, Phil, how do you feel your night went?
I think it went better than planned. Actually, the primary controller died right before we started, so I was running on my backup, and it's got a little joystick issue. So that was, a little bit of a battle for the first stage or so. Other than that, I feel like it went pretty well. Right there at the end, I started sliding on entry, though, trying to get that last run. So I think if I could have kept it more smooth on entry, it'd been a little bit better off the corner. So better chances of slide job in 3 and 4. So
Maybe you would have actually been able to complete that pass on Lions coming to the line.
yeah, yeah, definitely. If I'd had the better on off of 2 and into 3, would have been crucial right there.
It would have been a very close finish, and to be honest, it was actually a pretty exciting finish, all things considered. Anyway.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, it really was. Even from just sitting back there watching it, So.
Yeah, and you were up there
Props to
throughout
Lionel
most
right
of the
there.
race as well. I mean, unlike some people, I'm not going to criticize anybody for it, but there's some people, me included, will typically hang out at the back until it's race time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was just trying to, I've tried to stay top 5, top 6. At least learn their lines a little bit more, too. Started coming in handy there, so.
Yeah. And probably pretty fortunate that we didn't end up with any yellow flags in the middle of pit cycles, because we had a few pit cycles where there were vastly different last pit laps for some of you guys. Ever any concern that you guys were going to get caught out by one of those? Because they were near wrecking the entire race.
Yeah, stage 1 was probably the most crucial, but I pretty much ran that one dry, so I ended up actually a lap down when I came back out. So luckily it ran long enough that somebody else had to pit too, so got that back, but worked out in the end.
Yeah, and with the game cautions, apparently sometimes somebody can steal your free pass, like JP did to me in our Tuesday night league that we were racing in, where he stole my free pass.
Yep. It can happen.
Yeah, didn't know you could actually have your free pass stolen from you, but yeah, congrats on the top 2, second place finish, good run to build off of for next week.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
Where are we next week?
Darlington for double points.
Ooh, yay, Darlington. Another great racetrack. Lot harder to pass, but
should be a lot more exciting.
well, I think it'll be a lot of the same
wrecks.
stuff that we were talking about tonight with hitting the wall. Just this time it won't be because of everybody choosing to run against the wall, but more because there isn't anywhere but against the wall to run.
Yeah.
And before we forget, hey, Right Gator, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Okay, so yeah, you managed to pull out that third place finish in what looked like a pretty close battle, kind of in the background behind the race lead battle.
Yeah, I was.
Yeah.
I was having a hard time on the long run, and in the first half, and then I kind of figured it out. Like as the car got like that, I kind of timed what the car did, and yeah.
And I kind of want to know, kind of on the same lines, what was your thought process going into tonight? Because you're not a championship driver.
He is a championship driver, JP.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he's a number of points back there, but he is still in the championship. 266 points back entering the day.
Yep.
How do you feel like the night went? I mean, knowing what you had to do and knowing what these other two in here, the Lions in particular, you lost some points to him. What's your plan next week to gain some points back?
Yeah, me and him hadn't raced on a wheel in a long time, so me and him before the race we had to do like a test run before on the track to get used to the way how the car feels and stuff on the wheel, and me and him did pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, I think it worked out pretty well for you guys. I mean, you got a top 3 there, and I think most importantly, it's going to be these next 2 weeks because of how far back you are in points and those double and triple points available at the next 2 races.
Which is Darlington next week.
And then we have
The other race
Chicago
is
for the
Chicago.
finale.
Okay, so Chicago, another track that's a little bit like this one. A little bit, the bottom lane's a little better,
A
but
little bit wider. You could go anywhere at that track, but
yep.
Yeah.
Mostly the bottom.
Yeah, mostly the bottom,
Right.
but you can make the top work. Kind of like, because I was rewatching, actually, ironically, the 2018 Chicagoland race, and yeah, you can make pretty much anywhere work, but the bottom is definitely preferred for most of the race, especially for just staying safe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Me and Lions, like y'all saw, we had a hard time getting used to everyone in the pack, and we did get into each other a couple times.
Okay.
And yeah, and then hopefully I can do better what I did tonight, and on the first half and second half to like do better and lead more laps.
Yeah, hopefully we can build upon that for next week at Darlington. But other than that, I think that's pretty much all of the interview stuff we had on the board. So, JB, you want to take us out?
But yeah, so thank you guys for watching. On behalf of Justin Putter and Ryan Dyer, I'd like to say subscribe to both of our channels, and we will see you later on the next live stream video, or whatever you decide to do with your day.
Okay, nice try at copying me there, JP, but here we go. Here's how it goes. If you guys enjoyed the race, leave a like on the video, subscribe if you guys are new so you guys never miss a race stream, video, or any other type of content that we produce, as well as making sure that you guys tune in for the next live stream, video, or whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your day. Have a great day, everybody. Goodbye.